Hello student, welcome to digital classes. This video is for class 7. Now now I am going to start a new chapter, chapter number 4, heat. Heat, chapter number 4. Chapter contents: heat, hot and cold, temperature scale, thermometer, transfer of heat, conduction, convection, radiation. In this chapter, we have to discuss about heat, hot and cold, temperature scale, and thermometer. In this chapter, the first question is, what is heat? Heat is a form of energy known as thermal energy. In other words, heat is a form of energy which causes the sensation of hotness and coldness. When a body is heated, its energy increase. When it is cooled, its energy decrease. Heat is measured by the change in the degree of hotness and coldness it produces in the material bodies. Heat is a form of energy. Heat can make things hot and we can use heat to do work. We feel hot when the sun shines. This shows that the sun is a source of heat energy and gives out heat. Most of the heat on the earth comes from the sun. So sun is the ultimate source of energy in the form of heat and light. Other sources of heat. Apart from the sun, there are many other sources of the heat. Heat can be produced in many ways. Here are some activity to show possible heat sources. When a nail is hammered into a log of wood, it gets warm. Here a part of mechanical energy of the hammer gets converted into heat. When water is stirred vigorously in a mixture, it goes warm. Here mechanical energy of the stir get converted into heat. Now in this activity you see heat source, rubbing or friction. Rubbing two objects against each other can produce heat. Now rub your hand together for some time and then hold them to your cheeks. Your cheeks will warm, showing that heat can be produced by friction. Means heat is produced due to the loss of kinetic energy of the hand. In the another activity, burning, when an object burn, it produces a flame that gives out heat. Burn a candle or a piece of paper and put your hands above it. Your hands will feel hot, showing that burning substance can produce heat. Now see, heat can also be produced by bending metals. Bending a coat hanger or a wire back and forth several times can produce heat in the object. Chemical reaction: after mixing solid sodium hydroxide with water in a test tube, the test tube will get warm. Collision: when an iron nail is hit by a hammer several times, the hammer and the nail get hot. Now, use of heat in our daily life. Heat is a useful form of energy. We use heat to cook food, drying clothes, boiling water, producing steam to generate electricity, food dyeing for preservation, providing warmth to all form of the life like animals, humans, plant. Means heat is required to all form of the life. Now unit of heats. There are two types of unit of heat. Non-SI unit, that is calories. Cal is the short form. Kilocalories. KCAL is a short form. There are other unit of heat. SI unit is joule. This is presently used standard unit of heat. Relationship: 1 kilojoule is equal to 1000 joule. 1 kj is equal to 1000 J. 1 kilocalorie is equal to 1000 calorie. 1 kcal is equal to 1000 cal. 1 cal is equal to 4.184 joule. 1 kilocal is equal to 1000 cal, which is equal to 4184 joules. Heat and temperature. Heat is a form of energy. An object become hot when it absorbs heat. Heat is measured in joule. Temperature measures how hot or cold an object is. The unit of temperature is degree Celsius or Kelvin. Temperature can be measured with a thermometer. Heat and temperature are different. The table below shows the differences between heat and temperature. Difference between heat and temperature. Heat, a form of energy, whereas temperature, the degree of hotness and coldness of a body. Heat can do work, whereas temperature cannot do any kind of work. It is measured in joule, and temperature is measured in Celsius and Kelvin. Heat transfer from a hot area to a cold area means the heat is transferred from higher magnitude to the lower magnitude, whereas temperature increase when heated and decrease when cooled. Means when we heat the temperature increase. When we lower the temperature or cool the temperature, it decreases. Now I'm going to tell you about common mistakes and common truth about the heat. Now the common mistake. Object with the same temperature contain the same amount of heat. The higher the temperature of an object, the larger the amount of heat contained by it. Now, the amount of heat contained in an object depend on the type of the material that the object is made of, and the mass of the size of the object and the temperature of the object. It means the amount of heat depends upon the type of material, mass or the size of the object, and the temperature of the object. So this is the mistake. Object with the same temperature contain the same amount of heat means it totally depend upon the object. Now what is temperature? Temperature is a measure of the degree of hotness and coldness of an object. The temperature of something tells how hot or cold something is. Temperature tells us about how much heat energy contained by a body in degree Celsius or Fahrenheit or Kelvin. Now I am going to tell you how temperature is measured. Measurement of temperature is done by a device called thermometer. Temperature is measured in degrees Celsius. Temperature is measured in two scales, Celsius and Fahrenheit. Celsius is the symbol for the Celsius scale. Fahrenheit is the symbol for the Fahrenheit scale. Thermometer is an instrument that is used to measure temperature of the body either in the Celsius scale or in the Fahrenheit scale. But the SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Now there is two type of thermometer. One is clinical thermometer and second is the laboratory thermometer. First I am going to tell you about clinical thermometer. The thermometer that measures the temperature of our body is called clinical thermometer. Clinical thermometer is used to measure the body temperature in the home as well as in the clinic. Now see the construction of clinical thermometer. A Clinical thermometer has a long narrow glass tube. It has a bulb at one end containing mercury. It has a scale called Celsius scale is marked 0 degrees Celsius. A clinical thermometer reads temperature from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. The clinical thermometer has a small kink near the bulb to prevent the mercury level from falling down immediately or suddenly. The normal temperature of human body is 37 degrees Celsius. Now I am going to tell you the importance of kink in the thermometer. Now this is the kink. Everyone see and watch carefully. Now I am going to tell you the importance of kink. Kink in the mercury thermometer help to prevent the falling of mercury present in the capillary tube into the bulb. It ensures that the user takes the correct reading of temperature. That's the reason a person before taking a new reading must give a sudden shake to the clinical thermometer so that the mercury level comes to normal. Hence, kink in mercury thermometer play an important role without which appropriate reading of a temperature is not possible. Now you understand what is the importance of kink, which do not allow the mercury level to fall suddenly. Now these are the few points before reading a clinical thermometer. Washing the thermometer with an antiseptic solution. Hold it firmly and give it a few jerks to bring the level of mercury below 35 degrees Celsius. Then place the bulb of the thermometer under your tongue. After 1 minute, take out the thermometer and note the reading. This will be your body's temperature. I tell you before, the normal human body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. It's not compulsory always the temperature must be 37 degrees Celsius. It may be slightly less or slightly more. Nowadays, digital thermometer is also used in various homes and clinic. It is more accurate or easy to readable. Digital electronic thermometer are preferred over conventional mercury thermometer. Digital thermometer are easy to read because it gives LCD display of the temperature of the person. They are also mercury free. Mercury is toxic substance to our body, so nowadays digital thermometers are more popular than mercury thermometer. Laboratory thermometer. Before I tell you Celsius scale. The Celsius scale temperature was designed by Anders Celsius. On this scale, temperature is described in degrees Celsius. It is a metric scale of temperature. The lower fixed point, ice point of the Celsius scale is taken as 0 degrees Celsius, and the upper fixed point, steam point of this scale is taken as 100 degrees Celsius. The interval between 2 points is divided into 100 equal division. Thus, the unit division on scale correspond to a temperature equal to 1 degree Celsius. Now laboratory thermometer. A mercury thermometer commonly used in a laboratory. It consists of a thick-walled fine-bore glass capillary tube. This capillary tube has a small thin bulb at its lower end. The bulb and a small portion of the capillary tube are filled with pure and dry mercury. The air in the portion of the tube above mercury is removed by evacuation, and the upper end of the tube is then sealed. The portion of the capillary tube above the bulb, commonly called steam, is graduated in degree usually from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Such a thermometer can be safely used for measuring temperature between 0 and 100 degrees Celsius. Thus, the range of the laboratory thermometer is taken as 0 to 100 degrees Celsius. Now I am going to tell you how laboratory thermometer can be used. Measuring temperature with a laboratory thermometer. Take some tap water in a beaker. Dip the thermometer in the water so that the bulb of the thermometer does not touch the bottom of the side of the beaker. Hold the thermometer vertically. The mercury level rise. Wait till the level of mercury becomes steady. Note the level of the mercury. This will be the temperature of the water. If you want to take a temperature of boiling water, then you have to boil the water and place the thermometer vertically without touching the bottoms or side. If the water start boiling, you will able to see the temperature in the thermometer is 100 degrees Celsius, means the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Now I tell you why is mercury used in thermometer. Mercury is used in thermometer as it is shiny. Now these are the points why mercury is used in a thermometer. Mercury is shiny liquid metal with high coefficient of expansion, means easily visible and expand on heating. Expansion is due to the heat gained by the thermometer. Mercury is shiny. You can easily see the level of mercury inside a glass thermometer image using water or any other translucent liquid. So it is shiny, so it can be easily observed. It's sensitive. Heating even on a small scale causes a significant expansion in its volume, which can be made clearly visible on a marked scale. For example, if doctor take a temperature of any sick people, then mercury expand according to patient's temperature, and doctor can recognize the temperature of the sick people. It's hard to boil. The boiling point of mercury is nearly 674.0 degree Fahrenheit. So using it in college laboratory or hospital really does not convert the mercury into vapor, means their boiling point is too high, so we are not able to convert it into the vapor. It's non-sticky. The property of mercury to non-stick on glass is a main reason to use it. Unlike water, droplets of mercury never stick on a glass wall of the thermometer, means it is non-sticky. It do not stick to the wall of the container. It do not stick to the wall of the thick walled fine bore glass capillary tube. Now the two common liquids used in glass thermometer are alcohol, ethanol and mercury, which has melting point and boiling point of minus 114 degrees Celsius and 79 degrees Celsius and minus 39 degrees Celsius and 357 degrees Celsius. It means the melting and boiling point of alcohol or ethanol is minus 114 degrees Celsius and 79 degrees Celsius, and the boiling point and melting point of mercury is 357 degrees Celsius or melting point is minus 39 degrees Celsius. That is why mercury is commonly used in thermometer, because its melting point and boiling point is sufficient for for taking the temperature. I hope everyone would understand